We did not check the, prints, I don't think. So we can go ahead and... Because we got the herb in the volcano, that's right. And now we can check him and see what he gives us, and he gives us a house. It's nice of him. Kinda would have preferred to give us the keys to a house, since I could, use that key to open chests all over the world, and, you know, procure goods for myself, but I suppose we'll just have to do without. And let's see here. The white magic shop should be available for my knight to equip himself with the goods. No, because this is level 4 magic shop. The level 3 magic shop is over here. That's right. I have to navigate all around these cantankerous little forests to get there. It's one of the unfortunate problems with the town layouts, is that they are a bit bad. But anyway, cure, harm, root. You can't learn ruse. So you can learn harm, which I guess I might as well, even though I can't imagine, you know, I would ever use harm as compared to just saving it for life 2 if I needed it, because having life 2 on a fairly bulky character is, you know, pretty nice. It's neat. There's some advantages to that, no doubt. Let's go to the white magic shop. What can we get here? We can get Cure 3, even though it's probably not useful, because we have Cure 4 shirts. Fog 2, and Harm 3. Yep, teach him the lot of it. Is there anything we can get here? We can get Opal Shields and Opal Gauntlets, but those aren't really helpful to us with our current level of equipment. And so we can run to Corneria for the last little bit of white magic we need to catch up on. And, Dowager. Be banished thought. And now we can come here to get Fade. And, oh, that's really all you can learn. Oh wait, actually, can you, teach the Red Mage Fade? Yes, you can teach the Red Wizard Fade, which means that he is officially, super duper Chad and everything. And we can buy, Temper, which is neat, because Temper will allow us to, buff up our damage a little more. It increases your, attack power per hit, whereas Fast increases the number of hits, and in the original game it was bugged, but the randomizer fixes it so that it actually works, which, you know, that's pretty rad, that, you know, the gameplay mechanics that you're supposed to be engaging with actually, function. Anyway, this is Gaia, and that's the town where that fairy we, rescued is. What's your hint? This lady is a hint. The slab is on the volcano, right? And we didn't turn it into Dr. Une. I don't think you normally have to even go to Leffian in the randomizer, though, so I'm not gonna worry about it unless I get stuck. I'm just gonna run around these woods and get stuck because we're moving too fast. We're just rolling around the speed of the thing that moves by rolling around, and it's just powerful. When you receive a saber, that's complete garbage. Whoops. Probably wasn't even worth it. Oh well, it did a good deed, and that is its own reward, I suppose. The crystal. I'll buy a house. I'll buy 10 houses, because I am a politician, and I deserve it. And, let's see what we get in armor. Silver Axe, Dragon Sword, Break Staff, Rune Sword, Cat Claw. It's a very powerful knife, but but Black Mages don't really need knives. I mean, it's not even, like, equipable by, like, ninjas and stuff. Oh, but Pro Rings, we will definitely want some of those. But let's go to our armor. It's a bit tricky, because, you know, we're actually gonna have to drop gear for that. Darn. Well, I don't want to, like, drop my Cure 4 shirts, but, you know, that's just another thing about armor, the fact that you have so few armor slots, but so much armor you can equip, right? But we definitely want Pro Rings. In fact, I may even, like, drop the Pro Capes for the Pro Rings, because the Pro Capes have no special effects, whereas the Pro Rings do, which makes them good. They will protect you from instant death attacks that will kill you instantly, as the name would imply. And we really don't want anything like that, because it would make, it would let our party get wiped out very quickly, and that would suck, because we'd have to restart. Pro Ring, Pro Ring, Pro Ring, Pro Ring. Everyone is now pretty, armored up. In fact, let me note that Gaia has Pro Rings, even though we have already gotten all of the pro rings. And, did we check the magic shops? I'm pretty sure there are magic shops in Gaia. They're at the front of this. They're over here, yes. Invis, life, and X for, I might buy Shimp the, life spell, just because it'll be a backup for life 2. Slow Ice 3 and Lock, and I guess for similar reasons I'll buy Ice 3 for, what's-his-face, for Curly. Because the spell charges, you have a certain number of charges for spells of certain levels, so if you have no level 8 spells, you just can't use any of that at all. It's not like you can reallocate these resources to anything else. Well, darn. Shimp will go and learn Wall, I guess. Probably not smart. And Curly can just learn none of that, because those are instant death spells with, like, relatively situational chances of working. They're fine if you get them early on, because they work pretty effectively on weak enemies, but not really on anything else. Matoya's crystal is in the Elfland shop, and we need to go see Dr. What's-His-Face anyway, so sure, we'll run back there. Probably should have thought of doing that earlier, but, you know, I'm not always on top of things. Sometimes I have to look at my item tracker to remind me of what I'm doing, and that's why I made it, instead of just going off of memory. One crystal, please. You can buy multiple of them, which is interesting. I don't know what you would do with multiple crystals, or if that would, like, affect the item calculations in any way. And yes, I forgot to talk to the doctor. No, because the doctor is in Melmont. I'm very foolish. I'm not very foolish. I'm a very not foolish man, but I make mistakes just like everyone else. Sometimes I forget where Dr. Un lives in a video game that is not a real place. Crystal, and can't hold Iron Shield, so that's completely useless, and I should have figured it was completely useless. And this is something we can't run away from. Whoops. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just use our Cure 4 shirts and our Fire 3 gauntlets. The wolves ain't gonna leave us alone, man, you know. It's not our fault what happens after that. That is the dwarf cave that we can't clear out yet, because we still don't have the mystic key. Melmond is over here, yes. All this swamp that you see is annoying, because we can't land the ship on it, but it is there for lore reasons. The fact that the earth is rotting, even though we have restored the earth crystal. Now, you know, Lefinish, we can get, I think, one item, maybe. I think you might actually, with randomizer settings, be able to get it, even if you don't have the slab, so it might be useless, but I'm not gonna get too harsh about it. Floaters and volcano. The earth, there's a dwarf just hanging around, far away from his native home. Oh well. So, we don't have Oxiale, so we can't go to the Ocean Palace, but we can possibly go to the, whatchamacallit. We can probably go to Sky Palace. That's probably a good idea. And let me note that I have the crystal, that I have talked to Toya and the Prince, and the Circle of Sages, and Dr. Un, and the Fairy. Yes, we've done many, many good deeds. Yeah, let's run up to this faraway land. We're not gonna hopefully have to go to Ordeals. We haven't had to go to Marsh Cave, which is pretty nice. We can land on the caravan, see what they got. I don't think they'll have anything. Yeah, because the item randomized to somewhere else. The randomized to the Elfland shop. So, there's nothing of note in the caravan. We can at least check out Onrak briefly, and run to the waterfall, see if there's anything good there. Although, you know, maybe I shouldn't actually even bother with the waterfall, because, I might not have to, and what would be the good in doing that then? So let's check the spells real quick. You have legs, and then she dies. We do not like people who point out our deformities. No, I know, Curly is the one who can learn Light 3. Okay, that was all my money on a spell that it's not that good. But harm, compared to, like, harm 4, I mean, it seems pretty good. Can't afford that. Whoops. Oh, well, we don't have Oxyale, so we can't go to the Seaside Palace, but we can see what this old man has to say, because he is a hint-giving NPC. The loot on the Earth Cave. Okay, well, whatever. Well, we can at least save in the inn real quick. And then be on our way to Sky Palace, because that's probably our next best place to go. Ding-doo-doo, go fast, go fast. We do have all the items we need to clear it out. It's, we're pretty well equipped. We have got some dinosaurs that we can fight. So let's give them some good old-fashioned fighting and see how they like it. Yeah, see, pretty decent damage. But he's no match, of course, for our mighty swords. When we throw our mighty swords, all those who oppose the swords must bjords, which is not a real word, but, you know, whether it's a real word or not, you know, what's that got to do with anything? It's songwriting. You don't have to make real words. People have been making up words since, like, the days of Yonder. The classic rock people have been making up words. No. Ice armor is not helpful. Alright. We've got some badmen, or as they are normally called in my runs, with their funny enemy names, the Okaymen. But, I don't know. And if they don't let us run away, then that's not very okay of them at all. Money. Money. Don't know how much need we're gonna have for money going forward, but it's worth checking. What do you have to say? You the master? No. Kill him for questioning this. Machines must know their place. Catmen. We must run away from these catmans. Critical hitting us. Oh dear, that's not nice. We're gonna actually run away or not? Yes, we are. Good. There are a good number of chests in the Mirage Tower, so hopefully we'll be able to secure, like, the Oxyale or something. Rub. Wait, no! I thought he had a pro ring on or something. Oh no. Did he not? Did I, like, forget to equip it? I guess it just got through him. Or maybe it's, because I think the pro ring protects against the death element, but some, attacks that are instant death are not of the death element, and so having protection from instant death only protects you from some instant death, because this is a very good game with a very intuitive system of elements, which is why, there are, like, 400 different ones, like Earth and freaking death and such that you will never actually encounter. Well, let's give these guys a little heck for their impudence, actually. You know, show them, see how they like death. And hopefully not get screwed over by my own hubris since they didn't die in one round. At least his rub did not work that time, which is good. Yeah. Go ahead and kill him. There you go. Terminated. And Curly gets level up. A ribbon! Nice. 25 gold. Oh, but wait a minute. Might have to drop the Fire 3 Gauntlet. I don't know. The Fire 3 Gauntlet is probably actually pretty decent. Since I know I can buy more of the, Fire 3 Gauntlets, or I mean the Cure 4 shirts, I can buy more of both of them, but I will go and take the ribbon over that, because Shimp already has, like, healing spells of his own, even if he doesn't have Cure 4, necessarily. Although that may be a bad decision, because, like, the guy who's dedicated to healing is now not healing. Copper bracelet's no good. I got all these, right? Yeah, alright. And now we run out this side and run all the way back up. Ding ding dun 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 dun. Kill this guy, because we must exterminate all of the machines. And get attacked by dragons. They don't seem to be... Okay, they seem to be doing pretty good damage to our non-knight type party members. But that's fine, we've got nuke. No, we only have 4 charges of nuke. Let's save that and maybe use something else instead. Yeah. Now, the neat thing about the magic charges is that, yeah, they're limited, but you have, like, lots of different little pools of them to draw from. So in that sense, you're not, like, super duper limited in what you have the option to do. But, you know, it's still a consideration, especially for something really powerful like nuke. Destroy the machine. There we are. Very good. And there should be, I think there's just 1 chest down here, but it's pretty close by, so we might as well check it out. Cabin, it's okay. We've not been using a ton of saving items because I haven't felt like I was in a super perilous situation where I needed to save every little bit of progress. And this guy here is a pretty weak enemy, I think, by the standard of this point in the game, so there's no big deal to take him out. Opal Gauntlet, we're not gonna worry about that. Large knife, go. You know, I would prefer I could use my weapon slots for some of this armor, since I really do not care much for any of these useless wooden stabs or whatever. You know, you can equip like 3 or 4 pieces of armor at once, but only 1 weapon. So why you get so many more weapon slots than armor slots is just no. It's just a bit of an oversight, I guess. And we still have no Oxy Ale, which is not strictly speaking what I wanted to have happen today. And you can use like not item fire 3 gauntlets. See, good thing I kept that. Now these enemies are a bit strong, but they're not like impossibly strong. Probably not even really a need for Cure 4 shirt. But yeah, I guess it can't hurt to have a little healing. And boom. You gotta get moving. The enemies are, at least, you know, fairly challenging compared to what we've had recently, since they are actually able to take a few hits, although we are at level 20 now, which is, I think, a pretty decently high level. I think you can probably, with good enough equipment, level 20 is something I would feel relatively comfortable entering the Chaos Shrine with. Especially with the shortened Chaos Shrine. I think I have the full-length one on in this randomizer, but you can shorten it if you don't care much to trek through a final dungeon once at the end of your treasure hunt. If you just want to collect all the items and then run, you can do that. Don't need that opal bracelet since we have bought opal bracelets for everyone already, but we would have had no chance to really like make it this far. And, oh, pro rings, but everyone has a pro ring, right? Pro ring, yes, everyone does. So, it was still probably worth it to buy them, just because we wouldn't have gotten this far unless we, had them. Or we could have, but it would have been slightly more difficult, and I don't care much for difficulties in my life. It's not a very growth-oriented mindset, but it's what one does. Stuck in that little corner, of course. That's one of the disadvantages of using speed up on everything. Money. Money. And you really just want the Oxy Ale, but all you get is money. Or the Mystic Key, which is probably gonna be like the thing that leads us to the Oxy Ale, because there's like a good number of chests that are... Well, I mean, you know what, I'll fight these here freaky dudes, because there's probably a decent amount of experience and gold to be gotten by fighting such a large group. Especially when they all fall to 1 nuke. Yeah, that was a lot of money. Then we will run over here and see. Because once we get the Oxy Ale or the Mystic Key, that opens up a lot of other checks. Although, to be honest, we're kind of good on equipment. So, once we have Oxy Ale, and thus can actually beat... Well, we need Oxy Ale to beat Water Shrine, and we need the key to access the final dungeon. But once we have all that, we are all go mode to run on and actually beat the game, which would be pretty neat. Pure potion, gold, soft, go mode. Where is the Oxy Ale? Or key, right? But, oh dear, this one can't run from. Well, I'll show them to say we can't run from it. Fade. That was kind of a waste of a fade charge, but I guess that's what I get for my own reckless rampantness. Oh, my own wanton indiscretion would actually have a consequence. Who'd have thought? Rune sword. Compulsion. Not much useful stuff, to be honest. And then we're just gonna get heck out of dodge here. We don't want to fight these elementals. They're quite tough. And then we'll finish this teleporter and hope we don't run into Warmech. We found a Nacho boy. We can fight him. I think we can probably take him out with just our items. Although, yes, we're going to need to heal up after that rather unpleasant Nacho battle. In fact, let's go and see what you have. Do you have, like, a heal 2 spell? Yeah, that's your only spell at that level. And I'm not too worried about Larry's health, so we can just run over and fight Tiamat. Oh wait, Saber's spell was somewhere, right? Was that Elfland or something? Yeah, no, I think it was actually. Whoops. But that's fine. We'll use fast on yourself, you use fast on Larry, and you cast Fade. It might be better to cast, like, you know, Fog 2 and buff the party's defenses or whatever, but, you know, Larry is tanking those hits like a champ. I think we'll be just fine, right? And as you can see, everyone else is doing just perfectly well. And heck, you know what, we might as well use Fog 2. Why not? You know, I mean, assuming that we don't kill Tiamat before it comes off, which we did. Yay. That's the power of haste and then powerful weapons. And everyone currently is once again behind a level, per usual. Come through here. Alright, so we beat the dungeon, but we did not actually get any, you know, plot important items, progression items. So, maybe we should go to Waterfall. I kind of don't want to go to Marsh Cave just out of, you know, sort of a, well, to see if we can go a run without entering the Marsh Cave, right? But, actually, you don't have a lot of spell charges, but we don't need them for Waterfall, so that's fine. Run away, run away, run away, run away. You know, I mean, you go to Marsh Cave, it seems like every run, because it's, like, fairly early on in the game, and it has a lot of, checks. I mean, that's like a decent number of checks, but mostly because it's early on, you always sort of seem to have to go to it. I would like to, not, if at all possible, just to prove it can be done, just also out of pride and spite and personal disdain for the Marsh Cave. So, you know, why should I go there? I mean, just to plow through a bunch of enemies I don't like. And there's no familiar faces that I'm gonna miss. You know, we'll fight we'll fight these guys. This is a bad idea, but we'll do it anyway. Fire 2. Because undead are weak to fire, which is another reason that I picked Fire 2 over Harm, because it will affect the same enemies at a pretty comparable amount. Bing, bang, bing. There you go. What's this? An opal shield. That's okay, but we don't really need it because we have the Aegis shield. The Mystic Key! There we go. That was something I actually needed. Alright. Nice. That's pretty cool. Let me mark that we have the key now at the waterfall. Bing, bop, boop. And we'll mark that I have also talked to the waterfall robot and the caravan. And, yeah. Alright, so now we can do one of my favorite things in this game, which is go to our shimp boy here, cast exit. Boom, now we're out of the dungeon. And we can just run away. Yay. Alright, that's pretty cool. And just hope we don't have any trouble on the way back as we carry our lovely new key all the way down the water. I think the encounter table in rivers and ocean is like this set. Not that I'm an expert on that sort of thing. But yeah, let's save the game real quick, and then I'll take a little break, and when we come back, we're gonna open all of the Mystic Key doors and hope to have Oxyel in one of them, so we don't have to go to the frickin' Marsh Cave. So, I'll see you all then.